All right, so in this section, we're going to talk about money and investments. And usually there are three types of interest that comes with money. The first one is called a simple interest. Simple interest means that you put money in and then every year you get some amount out. And the amount does not accumulate over time. So you just get, so for example, if you put $100 in and then they said at the end of the year you get 2%, then at the end of the year you get $2. That's it. So that's it. It doesn't like roll, as it goes, that kind of stuff. So that's called simple interest. Let me give you the equation. So basically, so the amounts that you get, is equal to P, which is the principal that you invest, and then 1 plus, let's call it R. R meaning the interest. And all of these are in decimals, not percentages. Okay, so let's kind of label them. This is the amount that you get at the end. P is principal. That is how much you put in at the beginning. I think I spelled that right. And then R is the rate, so the interest rate. All right, the second kind of interest is that you have a compound interest. Compound interest means that every few times a year, you will get some interest. And then once you get the interest, you add it back into your overall amount. And then you keep rolling more and more money with your interest. Does that make sense? So like, let's say a year is this long. And then you say that every month you get some interest. So at the end of this month, you get money. The money goes back into your principal amount, and then it adds on, and then the interest gets added on to the original with the interest, and then with the interest, and then so on. So at the end of the year, you definitely get much more than the simple interest. Yes? Okay, all right. So let me give you the formula for that. That is A equals P times 1 plus R over K to the KT. So this one's more involved. Everything is still the same. The only difference is you have this K. K means number of times per year. So this is the number of times you get interest every year. So for example, if they say that you get interest quarterly, then how many times a year? 4 times. Quarterly means 4 times a year. Okay, if it says monthly, how many times a year? 12. If it says weekly, how many times per year? 52. There are 52 weeks per year. And then T means number of years. The last one we're going to look at is called continuously. So you're going to have interest compounded continuously. When it's continuous, you don't actually get exponential amount of money. It actually stops at a certain number. It's going to be A equals P e to the RT. And e is the number we've been working with that's based to the logarithm. RT, R again is the interest rate, and T is the number of years. Okay, so let's number these 1, 2, and 3. So then we can refer back to them. Let's look at the first question. If Kwang Lee invests $500 at 7% interest compounded annually, find the value of her investment 10 years later. Okay, you're going to kind of hold up your finger. 1, 2, or 3. Which formula are you going to use? 1, 2, or 3? Everybody must vote. People think about it. So which one, according to the information given? 1, 2, or 3? Which one? All right, the answer is 2. Yes, 7% compounded annually. So every year she's going to get some money back. And you're going to roll that money every year. And she's going to do that for 10 years. All right, so let's solve this one. Okay, so we're going to use number 2. So let's put that formula there. P times 1 plus R over K to the KT. All right, we want to figure out how much money she gets at the end. So that's A. P is what? 500. Principal means the amount you put in. All right, people over here. What is R? What number do I put in? 7%. 0.07. Yes, 0.07. People over here. What's K? Yes, number times a year. So 1. Yeah, because it says annually, so you only have interest 1 time a year. People over here, how many years? 10. Yes, so 10 here. And then now you're going to use your calculator to figure that out. Make sure you do PEMDAS. That means inside the parentheses first, and then exponential, and then multiply by 500. All right, people over here, did you guys get an answer? $58? Is it 58? 50? 58, so you round, okay. All right, let's try another one. Suppose Roberto invests $500 at 9% annual interest, compounded monthly. Find the value of his investment 5 years later. All right, 1, 2, or 3. Hold up your fingers. 1, 2, or 3. 2. Yes, still 2. So this is compounded monthly. That's kind of the key word. So the key word is how often is it compounded? Monthly. So monthly means 12 times a year. So go ahead and figure out the answer. Let me know when you're done. Okay, A equals P times 1 plus R over K to the KT. So that is 500 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 because it's monthly, 12 times 5. So the answer is 782.84. Okay, another one. Judy has $500 to invest at 9% annual interest rate compounded monthly. So same rate as Roberto. How long would it take for her investment to grow to $3,000? Okay, so same kind of question, but a little bit different. So this time the question is how long? How long refers to which variable in our equation? T. So we need to solve for T. Now this 3,000 means what? A, correct. So this is 3,000. Since it's the same as Roberto, we're going to just write exactly the same. 500 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 to the 12t. How do we solve this? Divide by 500. So that is 6 equals 1 plus 0.09 over 12 to the 12t. Now how do we solve this? Okay. Yes, we can do that. It's just that make sure you keep your digits as many as possible because once you start rounding, it gets a little bit farther from the answer. I don't know what that number is, so. Oh, okay, it's not too bad. 1.0075 to the 12t. What's next? Yes, so same thing as the warm-up, or I forgot. Yeah. So you have to bring that exponent down. So in order to do that, you can use log, you can use natural log, but you have to use some log. So let's just say you use log. You don't have to use log, you can use natural log. Bring that down. Yeah, so log 6 is equal to 12t log 1.0075. All right, you should be able to finish from here. Go ahead and figure out how long it's going to take. T is approximately 20 years. All right, let's look at a few more practice. Stephen has $500 to invest. What annual interest rate, compounded quarterly, that is 4 times a year, is required to double his money in 10 years? All right, again, we need to pick an equation, right? 1, 2, or 3. Which one? 1, 2, or 3. Gotta vote. 2. Still 2. Okay, so let's write this out. A is equal to P times 1 plus R over K to the KT. All right, we need to put everything we know into the equation so we can solve. All right, so Stephen has $500 to invest. Where does that 500 go? P. What annual interest rate? That is what? Variable, so that is what variable? R. Compounded quarterly. 4 for K. So K, 4 goes there. It's required to double his money in 10 years. 10 years goes where? T. So where does the doubling money go? A. So then what is the money? What is A? 1,000. Because he started with 500. He's going to double it, so that's going to be 1,000. You should be able to solve this. Just do it carefully, do it systematically. You do need to use log to solve this in a way. Work with your partner. Make sure that you guys can help each other solve this problem. Let me know when you have the interest rate. Remember to put your interest rate back into percent. All right. Yes, I guess log is not the fast way in this one. Okay, what should we do first? Divide by 500. So 2 equals 1 plus R over 4 to the 40. We just need to get rid of that 40, right? How do we do that? 40th root, right? Or just raised by 1 over 40. So I guess that would be a very, very much faster way. Okay, so go ahead and do that and solve. R is equal to 6.99%. All right, let's look at one more. If you invest $100 at 8% annual interest compounded continuously, what is the value at the end of year 7? 1, 2, 3, which one? 3. Continuously is the key word. So A equals P E to the RT. E again is that number in the calculator, 2.718, I believe. So principal is 100. E is E. 8%. Oops. At the end of year 7, so 7. Okay, so make sure you can find that E button in your calculator. Yeah, 175.07.